Live from WSA, this is Expense Account. Today's guest is Sammy Nussdorf, the founder and impresario of New York's newest and most controversial gourmet grocer, Meadow Lane. I'm sure you guys have all seen the New York Times stories, the Eater stories, the TikTok videos, all of the controversy. And many of you have probably even tried the viral chicken salad, the gluten-free chicken nuggets. But we are here to talk to the man himself, Sammy, so he can clear up some of these rumors for us, talk about the future of Meadow Lane, and hear a little bit about him. Today, I let Emily Sundberg take the steering wheel a little bit, which was fun for me. Sit back, get to be the peanut gallery. This is a fun episode, and I hope you all enjoy. Cheers. Hi guys, welcome to Expense Account. Today our guest is Sammy Nussdorf. Welcome to the pod.
Hi, how are you?
Sammy is, would you call yourself the founder, the owner? What do you call yourself?
I'm the founder. I'm the owner of the business.
The CEO?
Yeah.
And the business is Meadow Lane.
Yes. We're also here with Emily Sundberg again.
Again,
back. A big treat. So this is going to be a fun podcast. So Meadow Lane opened how long ago now?
It's been about 4 weeks.
And how long were you conceptualizing it?
Conceptually, I'd say it's around 2 years.
Okay. How old are you?
28.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Baby baller.
Well, I look much older.
You look great. Whatever's happening, we need notes afterwards.
Well, I did just do a Fraxel the other day.
Where'd you
a
go?
Fraxel?
Fraxel laser. It's like...
I'll
Where'd
have
you
to learn
go?
about that after the pod.
Dr. Evan Reeder.
That's my dermatologist.
That's my dermatologist.
I love him.
Shout out.
He set me
Dr.
up for
Reeder.
my wedding in an incredible way. He's great.
He's wonderful.
Is launch going better, worse, or just as you'd hoped?
It's an interesting question because in terms of its performance on a balance sheet, it is performing better by 10x. It wasn't what I expected it to be in so many different levels, but it's a roller coaster.
Mm.
And there are incredibly high highs and very low lows. And it's been a journey, and nothing came to what I was expecting it to be.
Do we want to hear about the high highs first or the low lows?
You pick.
We'll start with some high highs.
High highs, I'd say friends and family, which I wasn't going to do. I did a friends and family day, and you know, my social media, like on Instagram, is private and personal, and it's like a Finsta, if you will. Like, I say whatever I want. I'm like very open book. And people have been watching me, my friends and my family have been watching me build Meadow Lane for 2 years. So from the tile to the stone to which location I'm going to use, like, they've been watching it unfold before I started broadcasting building in public on TikTok. And for them to come to an opening that was the culmination of, and all these things being put together over 17 months or so was like really surreal.
Did you cry?
I cried.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big...
For anyone listening who isn't familiar with Meadow Lane or Sammy, can you explain to us the business that you've built? What the story
Meadow
is?
Lane is a gourmet prepared food market. It's hard to exactly say what it is because there's so many elements to it, but it's such a small space.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2,300 square feet nestled in Tribeca on Greenwich Street. And there's a floral studio because of my flower background as a florist. There's prepared foods because of my culinary background. I'm not like a chef, but I grew up cooking and I did go to culinary school. There's a lot of local produce, which is important to me because I love gardening, and design, which is like, I wanted to create this retail experience unlike anywhere else where it was so homey and you felt enveloped and you felt all your senses were heightened and almost as if you took a Xanax when you walked into the door. It's very soothing and a community-based exercise almost. Like, I wanted it to bring together not only the neighborhood, but people that could meet and chat and ideate.
What experiences were you pulling from that you wanted to, like, what's your story? Where'd you come from? And when you turned 26, why'd you say, I'm going to open a market?
I mean, I'm a born and raised New Yorker.
Cool.
And I grew up in chaos just because of New York, but also like more personally, I grew up in chaos and I wanted to create a safe space within a very chaotic city.
Mhm.
And that was very important to me. And, prior to this, I was working in venture capital. I was investing in startups, a lot of consumer, healthcare, tech, hospitality. And I was always inspired and fascinated by different founders and their entrepreneurialism. And when I was working in VC, we would go and get prepared foods or what are we going to get for lunch today? Like that's like the talk of the town in the office, right? Like, what are we eating for lunch or dinner? And we would go to Dean and DeLuca a lot. And I grew up on Dean and DeLuca.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Pour one out.
And when they went out of business in Soho, I saw the signage and I was walking with a coworker and I just passively said, I think it was around 6 years ago, I'm like, I'm going to open a grocery store one day because I always loved going to the grocery store. It was a fun activity for me.
Mhm.
Never thought about it again. Continued working in VC and I did very well with very little experience. And then the pandemic hit and we were all at home and I was like, what am I going to do with my time? And like the market is too volatile with investing. VC is like really unpredictable with where that's heading. The portfolio is stable. So I had a lot of free time and I was just cooking and gardening and doing flowers. And I started making people arrangements and running to the flower market on 28th Street out of my car and doing arrangements for these like photo shoots and for these real estate developers to do showrooms and like just doing flowers wherever I could. And then I ended up moving to LA and my friends, I wasn't fulfilled with VC anymore. I was kind of at a standstill. I wasn't trying to invest more. Everything was going well. It was like I could just keep doing this the rest of my life or I could do something that I'm passionate about. And I noticed in LA the abundance of produce, the abundance of prepared foods, the culture
Where were you
around.
going? Like Cookbook, and what were the other stores there that you were going to where you saw like the prepared stuff?
I loved Jones on Third.
Yeah.
I loved the lunch options. I just thought there were better lunch options,
Mhm.
really. I thought New York had better like fine dining dinner restaurants,
Yeah.
but lunch in LA was more of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast burritos, salads, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Air One, obviously. Like people got ready to go to a grocery store. I'm like, interesting. And Carla Cafe, amazing. The Brentwood Country Mart. Like there's so many amazing places you can go and fun activities and like experiences to be made around food and community. And when I was in LA, I started working as a florist. I cold called a celebrity florist, Jeff Latham, and they hired me the next day. And it was a completely different career for me. But my friends were like, listen, if you want to do flowers full time, if you want to pursue that career, you should like get real experience. And I was like, that's valid and fair. So I did it and I worked there for a little over a year and I got much better as a floral designer. I got to understand my own style as a
Mhm.
florist and I got to work for some of the biggest celebrities in Hollywood and meet some really cool people and go into
Cool.
some really cool homes and design some really interesting things. And my dream was to create a flower coffee cafe concept.
Mm.
And that was the idea. But when in LA, I realized like there's so much good prepared food. Where is this in New York? We have the Hamptons, like it's Round Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
But in New York City, since Dean and DeLuca's departure, I felt there was a big hole in the market for prepared foods. So I added that into the business model and I decided that Meadow Lane needed to open in New York City.
And then look where we are.
I mean, your timeline is crazy. I've been trying to do the math of it all in my head. It's like, so you started doing VC, how old?
I started
Because
VC.
you did culinary school, VC, floral arrangements, and now the Meadow Lane.
Culinary
So much
school, I
stuff.
was a child.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't even know how old I was, like 15 or
Mhm.
something. It was a summer in
Yeah.
in Tuscany.
Oh, wow.
And Honestly, I didn't learn anything there that I hadn't already been doing myself. Like I was a self-trained cook at home. And VC, I started working at my family office when I was an undergrad. So around 19.
Oh, cool.
And
that's why I was like, the timeline's so tight.
It's, I mean, in the summers mostly, I was obviously a full-time student, but I was trying to understand venture capital and get a footing on like, do I want to go into family business? Do I want to go into that? Which this wasn't that. I mean, the family office is like an investment vehicle for families or businesses that are in completely different sectors. And this, initially, the family office was not primarily focused on venture capital. It was focused on other things. But when I decided to really step in with both feet, I was like, let's do VC. Venture is interesting to me. Like, let's push for more VC. Let's make larger allocations and more of them into these consumer goods because I think they're going to take off.
This episode of Expense Account is brought to you by Silver Oak. Whether you're eating pastrami, carnitas, General Tso's chicken, or a slice of chocolate cake, Silver Oak is the perfect pairing. More than ever, this world of ours is loud and it's full of so much noise. Silver Oak is a firm handshake. It's a planting of the flag. It's quiet and it's effective. It lets everyone know they're about to have a great dinner and a great night. Silver Oak, the official wine of Expense Account.
The Expense Account podcast is built in partnership with Substack. I've been spending a lot more time on the Substack app. It's become my favorite escape to scroll productively, and it's also where I've built my business. Substack is where I read Link in Bio by Rachel Carton to learn what brands are actually doing right on social media, and where writers like Jaleel Johnson are reinventing real-time fashion reporting. A few weeks ago, I went live with Derek Thompson, and it felt like thousands of us were hanging out and talking about the state of parties. Everything for Feed Me lives there too. My daily newsletter, chats about New York City, live videos with pop stars like Audrey Hobart, and of course, there's always debates in the comment section. In fact, while I'm here reading this ad to all of you, my readers are talking to each other about where guys on Wall Street have been taking their lunch meetings. Go to substack.com/Emily to get a free month of Feed Me in the Substack app.
So you look at Dean and DeLuca. What happened with Dean and DeLuca? Why did Dean and DeLuca close, and how are you making Meadow Lane different than what happened with Dean and DeLuca?
I don't know the specifics as to
I
why.
wonder what happened.
You know, grocery is a tough business.
Yeah.
Grueling business.
Yeah.
The margins are extremely low. The rent is very high. Overhead is high. It is a grocery store. The same way that Whole Foods and Trader Joe's is a grocery store, but Dean and DeLuca was always more elevated.
Yeah.
Meadow Lane is not a grocery store.
I was going to say that. So do you let everyone call it a grocery store?
People can call it whatever they want.
Yeah, but people call it a grocery store.
I feel like people call it a market.
I marketed the business and no one else. And I called it Gourmet Grocer.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily grammatically correct. But it's TikTok and it doesn't matter. How else am I going to say, floral studio, coffee, smoothie, juice bar, matcha bar, pastries.
It's more like a restaurant, though.
CPG goods and prepared foods. It's really more like a restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like so many people were so upset because they're like, this prohibitively expensive grocery store open that's like for snobs. And then you go there and it's actually just a restaurant that's kind of the same prices, or it's like, it's an expensive neighborhood, so it's like costs like $23 for a meal. That's like normal in New York. I don't know. I was like, I don't really get what the outrage was after going. I was kind of disappointed, honestly.
It is a prepared.
You were disappointed that it wasn't more outrageous?
Yeah, or that it was more. I don't know. I was expecting to be like, oh man, here's like some really
like the
rare,
craziest things that one would find at Erewhon in one place. Yeah.
I thought that, but it's more like a restaurant. Like it's like a lunch place, like a lunch restaurant.
Yeah, it's
like
a prepared food market.
Yeah.
So it's things that you'd want to. I distinguish it between two consumers. There's the grab and go consumer who's like the Citibank Goldman employee that's coming to get a bowl or a salad for lunch and bring it back to their desk. And then there's the prepared food shopper, which is like a Tribeca mom who's doing a massive haul for their family for like the next 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And they have 2 full baskets of stuff. And they're just going to like, they don't want to cook. They don't have time. They don't want to grocery shop. And they're just going to heat up or eat as it is ready to eat food for them or their families over the course of a couple days.
I mean, I've always thought that New York has been missing good prepared food. Like in Europe, they have Picard. You know, it's like a chain of this. They sell really nice quality frozen food. It's like good, convenient food that's like made out of good ingredients and like prepared well. Is like I don't know why it's always been missing here.
How do you differentiate yourself from like a Happier Grocery or what's the other one next to One White Street?
Rigger Hill.
Rigger Hill. How do you sort of see you're all kind of catering to a similar customer?
I think it is a similar customer. In terms of differentiation, I think from a branding ethos, a menu design, and a physical design aesthetically of the space, they are completely different. The consumer might be similar because consumers in New York want easy, ready to eat, healthy, and vast options of prepared foods. But they're completely different to me. The menus are very distinguishable. And the energy you get when you walk into a Meadow Lane versus a Happier versus a Rigger Hill is very different. Like I'm consumers of all 3. And I experience something different when I'm in each store.
So can we revisit the low lows?
Yeah.
What were they?
Oh, you don't know. The low lows.
Well, we saw some. I mean, you know what's funny? We, I think the top post now on the Feed Me Instagram account is a video that our friend Paul Needham, who's the CEO of The Infatuation, who if you haven't met, you should meet him. He took a video that morning. He's a neighbor to the store and he goes there. But he took a video of the line outside. And it was, I mean, it's funny because like any business owner would be like, this is fantastic. We have a line down the block. And some people in the comments were like, we waited on that line. And other people in the comments were like, this is crazy. And then I'm sure on top of it, opening a business today, you don't have control. You can have a perfect marketing plan, but then you can't always determine what other people are going to say about it. And it can all just fall apart.
We were not anticipating that kind of a line.
Really?
No.
Oh my God.
At least I wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be a crazy line for 2 days and then it would die down. And
how many days did that line last? Or it's still kind of?
There were lines for 2 weeks.
People were saying people are skipping work. It's like
yeah.
But there's still a
crazy.
line. There is weekdays are fine, but lunch rush during the weekdays there's a line. It moves quickly, but there is one, and we need someone to control the line.
Yeah.
So there's
like a Brandy Melville bouncer.
There's a greeter.
Okay.
Are they a model? I've heard that you hire models to be the bouncer.
Opening week, there were models because gay people should be making these types of decisions around here. And the greeter is really there to not overwhelm the staff. The store is small. If you go to Round Swamp in the Hamptons, there's no greeter, but you go and you start buying food as you are online.
Right.
You're shopping online. You don't get to go around during the height of summer. Like you start where the line ends and then you're putting things in your basket. And that's great. I love Round Swamp. I wanted for New York, like less chaos, safe space. That was the idea. So mitigating overwhelm in the store was important to me. So we let in a certain amount of people at a time so that the consumer enjoys their experience, so that the staff isn't overwhelmed, and so that we're not violating fire safety code. So it's not an elitist exclusionary thing.
No.
But some people have posed it to be.
That's so funny that people think that's what it is. I look at that video and it's just so clear that it's like that you need somebody to moderate the frenzy around people.
Yeah, I mean, like high-end fashion stores in Soho have security.
Yeah.
And that's for a different purpose and function. But
when there's like a kit drop or something, like, they still happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's incredible. I mean, what happens now? Like, do you just think that that's the kind of store that you're going to have, like a line store?
That was not on my vision board.
Sometimes things get on that board. That
Sometimes they go on the board.
Coming.
You know, each week it's getting to a place where I was more expecting it to be.
Yeah.
And it's like right now, the weekdays in the morning are my favorite time.
Mm-hmm.
It's so calm. It's so many locals with kids and dogs, and it's like super cute. And like there's regulars, and we know their orders, and they know how to navigate the store. And there's a familiarity to it that's really comforting.
Yeah.
Then there's the lunch rush, which is fine. And it's also nice when it's busy too. But I think eventually it'll level out to a place where, like, this might be a place where the weekends are always kind of busy and chaotic.
Yeah.
But during the week, it is for the locals. Like, you know, the locals can enjoy, they can go pick up their food and whatnot.
Is there a dog that works at the store?
There's no dog that works at the door, but we have started a Meadow Lane dog Instagram account.
I heard someone was telling me there's a puppy that works there.
He should work there. I think you're talking about Chip.
Is he like a golden retriever?
Chip is a 3-month-old golden retriever.
So cute.
Perfect proportion.
Who does Chip belong to?
He belongs to a local.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so he's just a consumer. He's like a customer.
We are in a group chat with Chip's mom, and when me and Francis are crashing out, we ask her to bring
some
Chip
over.
Time. Yeah.
So can we ask you about the Lolos?
Yes.
Can we ask you about, can we
We do need to know about the chicken
confirm
nugget.
or deny the chicken nugget thing?
So the Lolos, absolutely. Day 3 of launch.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had to close early because we ran out of food.
Mm.
So we thought we'd do maybe at best 300 tickets a day. We were doing 1,000.
Oh.
With limited hours. We're supposed to open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. We were open from like 11 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we sold out quick with a 5 limit rule on how many prepared food items.
That's
These
crazy.
people just wanted to fill salad wrap.
Yeah. So I'm like, as the owner of the business, I'm like, there's people waiting online. It's 30 degrees outside. I need to limit how much they get. So that more people can be able to try the food.
Yeah.
I thought that was smart. And people were naturally upset about that, but we still ran out of food. So then we gave out voucher like tickets, like, oh, this will fast pass. Like if you come back tomorrow and we sold out and we closed, you'll get to come back. So
It's
people
not a
were
bad idea.
outraged because they waited like, oh, I would have wanted to just see the store, get a coffee. Like I didn't need the food. I'm like, no, but I wanted you to have the full experience.
Yeah.
So there was that. Day 3, we're trying to keep up with demand. A couple people received undercooked chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Broke my heart. And I understand things happen in F&B hospitality every single day, from McDonald's to like the highest Michelin star restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
But I did not expect it to happen to me because I'm a perfectionist.
Mm-hmm.
And it was devastating. And it taught me there are pros to building your business in public and there are cons to it as well.
I think about that all the time.
And at the time I was, you know, I handled it as best as I knew how. I had never done this before.
Mm-hmm.
I saw videos. I wasn't approached first like, hey, this happened. Just wanted to let you know. It was on the internet and people were tagging me in it. So I messaged the creators of those videos immediately. And I said, I'm so sorry. What can I do? Please let me refund you. Please let me give you a shop on the house. And they were very nice. They were very receptive. They're like, everything we had was amazing. We love the store. We love following your journey. Just thought I'd let you know. So I understand. You're entitled to do whatever you want to do.
You're saying they said, just thought I'd let you know via posting on TikTok to everybody. Like that, the same people who posted on TikTok were the ones that said, just thought I'd let you know.
Yes, and there were people that said, just thought I'd let you know. And I responded and I reached out. The outreach was happening to a couple of people. And one person even said, oh, I'll take down the video. Like, I just wanted to let you know. Great. She came in with her friends. I refunded them, gave them a shop on the house, and then she re-put up the video.
Wow.
Did you ever communicate again?
No.
I'm so sorry.
Listen, two things are true at the same time. That's on me. I take responsibility and accountability for mistakes that are made from my kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, we live in a culture where people are down to get on the virality train and down to prioritize that over their morals.
Mm-hmm.
Because these people at the end of the day were Meadow Lane superfans, and they still are. But this was a very hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
And any sort of controversy around this topic was going to go viral. And it did.
It's crazy how TikTok has really changed the way that people, give feedback about restaurants. Like, I don't know. Do you remember Organic Avenue?
No.
It was a green juice shop chain in New York City. There was like 10 of them, and I worked there in college. And I remember
it was like one of the first.
It was one of the
places.
first like OG. They like had glass bottles before anyone else did of like green juice and orange juice and like beet juice, and they were everywhere. And like all the models would come in and all the celebrities would come in. What
happened to that?
I mean, long story. But I remember I worked there, and all their glasses were bottles. And this was in 2012. All their bottles were glass. And I worked there in 2012, and like, because it was raw juice, like sometimes they would ferment and like break, and there was glass everywhere. Or like somebody would get a salad and like something was wrong because nothing was pasteurized, so something was wrong. And like today people would be posting about that 24/7. I think since then most places have learned that like raw, bottled, unfermented, like cold processed juice is just like hard to deal with as a business. But
I mean, when you're building in public, it's hard to separate like accountability from like hype or whatever. It's like all becomes like a mush of everything is like this attention economy. Like, and people are trying to be like, I'm trying to hold you accountable, but they're trying to get their views. And
there are ways to hold people accountable privately that are just as effective as doing it on full blast on the internet. That is a selfish decision. You can, like, there were people also that messaged me privately too. Yeah. About issues.
Good and bad, I'm sure.
Oh, I didn't like this, or I didn't like whatever it is. And I'm like, thank you for letting me know. And thank you for letting me address this in a private chat.
Who do you go to talk about these things? Like, do you have other mentors or friends in the food and beverage space that you can call and be like, this happened? Can you, what have you done when this has happened to you?
I have other restaurateurs that have been helpful throughout this whole journey from the beginning. Between like what contractor, how do I know if my contractor is not taking advantage of me? Like, is this winter vestibule quote reasonable? Like those sorts of people. And when the chicken nugget gate was unfolding and someone published a video of a mouse in my store during its construction phase in July and was holding
New York.
Yeah, but like there were people targeting this business and me.
Well, the thing with the mouse, and by the way, there's probably a mouse in my house. Like and I'm a very clean person.
Gotta get a cat.
Yeah, pre-war apartment. But it was an old video, right?
Yes.
Who keeps that?
Someone very unwell.
Do you know this story?
Yeah.
He or she was holding on to that video from July, which I had already seen the video. It was a different video, but multiple people must have taken a video.
It's just a mouse.
It's a mouse, and we were a construction site, and we were getting ready for our photo shoot.
Yeah, where else is a mouse going to live?
So they sat on the video, and they waited for this right moment with Chicken Nugget Gate to be like, oh, not only have they served some raw chicken nuggets, they have a rodent issue. And I'm like, the singular, mind you, very cute and handsome mouse that we saw in
He
July.
works at the store now.
He works fine.
Yeah.
He works with Chip.
He's Ratatouille.
Yeah.
He's been neutralized.
Yeah.
He was neutralized 6 months ago.
Right.
So, like, it was just crazy. Like, and it sets a bad precedent for people building in public.
Well, I want to talk to you about that. Like, how do you, because you have a lot of friends who are also building in public. You have a lot of friends who are like influencers or creators or founders or whatever. So I'm kind of curious, like, I'm assuming with that part of the job, you're able to go to them for advice, but do you think you're going to approach like 2026 differently when it comes to that stuff? Because it's helped you. It's been good and bad.
Building in public is a net positive, I've realized. And I know it's only been 4 weeks, but I could not have amassed this type of demand and virality and line culture had I not built this business in public. And people, I mean, those low lows that we just talked about, those made the lines longer.
Yeah.
I was crashing out. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? Like, I didn't even have a moment to reflect on like what just happened, the 2 years of like blood, sweat, and tears that went into this process. I feel like it was straight into damage control mode. And like one day I'll have a moment to like reflect and like look back on how amazing everything was. And it does get me at times, but I was crashing out. And then I had someone like Bobby Flay just like stumble into the store and talk to me about these things and give me the best advice ever.
That's so awesome.
What was the advice?
He's like, listen, I've been watching this journey and like, I'm super proud of you. And
You know him?
no,
So Bobby Flay
He
just
lives
came
in the hood, I think.
no, someone from, he has like some show with another celebrity chef and that person was in the store and they wanted to film and do a little interview or something. They're like, but Bobby's not going to make it. I was like, okay, do your thing, like whatever. And then all of a sudden he just comes in. I'm like, hi. Not like I've watched you my whole life on TV. So, you know, he could see it on my face. I was like, not well. And he's like, you know, this happens all the time. And the difference is you built this in public, and most founders, especially in food and beverage, do not build in public. They're very severed from their business, and you're not, and you're the face of it, and you're the talk of the town. So naturally, while these things are happening at all of our restaurants every single day, yours are going to be under the utmost spotlight and broadcasted for everyone to see. And I'm like, okay, but isn't that going to ruin my business? He goes, no, they're still going to come back. And then it was proof as such, because the next day and the next day, like lines down the block.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, I'm going to see for myself if those nuggets are raw.
Do you think that you want to expand? Like, or are you just tackling this for the meantime? Like, do you think that you want to open more locations? I feel like people would respond really well to a pop-up in the Hamptons.
Yeah, the idea was to expand. Right now, I'm trying to get the house in order.
Yeah.
And even with a 24 operational kitchen between 3 shifts, we're not producing enough food.
The kitchen on premises?
Kitchen's on site.
Cool.
We can't seem to produce enough food. And our menu is a third of what it is supposed to be. So there's so many menu items that I teased on TikTok over the last 17 months that are not on the menu right now.
Do you think that you're going to eventually move to a model where you start doing collabs with brands and stuff too?
I am very hesitant to collabing with brands just because we're so new.
Yeah.
I want Meadow Lane to become its own tiger before we start riding off the backs of other tigers. I will do things like a Cafe Pana collab, exclusive flavor, only sold at Meadow Lane. That they have full agency over culinary and creative taste of the product. Little sweet treat.
Love.
Like your own custom bag. I picked out each sour candy that goes in the bag. Like, but we're not making anything. We're not R&Ding anything.
Yeah.
There's other ones in the pipeline that we're doing that I'm excited about. But in terms of collabs that you see around the culture of Los Angeles, where it's like, let's put a celebrity endorsed smoothie on the menu, that's not my vibe.
You already have the lines.
And the lines would not be helpful.
Well, I think it does dilute the brand a bit. Like even Sun Life pretty quickly when they opened here started doing collabs, and it was like, okay, like nobody even really got a chance to learn what Sun Life was, you know? That's exciting though, that you can, that's not really necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of companies and brands, even well before we opened, were coming to the table wanting to do a smoothie or a bowl or something. And I'm like, what is the alignment? Like, I understand how this benefits your brand.
Yeah.
But also, let us prove our concept first. Like, we're not even real.
Yeah.
And then when we became real, a lot more came out of the woodwork. And it would need to make sense. Like, if Martha Stewart wanted to make a smoothie
Yeah.
or some sort of harvest bowl, 100%.
Yeah.
But these other random brands that have no alignment with our brand, like
Yeah.
it's never going to happen.
Right. I feel like you might get a call from a beauty brand one of these days.
We have.
Yeah. Where do you like to eat?
Restaurants,
Mhm.
I hardly get out. But I like pastis.
Mhm.
I like Raf's. I like Raoul's. I wasn't able to go to their anniversary dinner because I live and work out of my grocery store 24/7. Where else do I like RH Guest for brunch? Amazing waffles.
Never been. Have you?
No, I haven't been.
We should go.
Yeah.
Great Chinese chicken salad.
Okay. That's important.
Waffles, pancakes, Chinese chicken salad. Where else do I go? Polo Bar.
Mhm. Have you been to Polo Bar?
Yeah. This Polo Bar.
Yeah. Servo's?
Yeah.
Is it Servo's?
Great.
Yeah.
Classic.
Amazing
Love it.
seafood.
Classic.
Ito, I think, is the best sushi in the world.
Ooh, where's that?
Tribeca.
Okay. I usually go to Omen.
Tamarind.
Ooh, Tamarind is great.
Yeah.
Sleeper.
Yeah. I think I'm going tonight.
Yum. That's convenient, I guess. Go up the west side, yeah.
How would you describe the cuisine of Meadow Lane?
Eclectic. I don't think that there's a specific cuisine. I wanted to offer something for everyone.
Mm.
While we are seed oil free, even though I'm not sure that matters, I thought my demographic
Would
thought
appreciate
that
it.
mattered.
Yeah.
We do high-low. So there are very clean menu items and there are very indulgent menu items. There's a lot of gluten-free items. There's a lot of nut-free, dairy-free items. There's something for everyone. So I want it to be diverse. I didn't want it to be like this new age, high protein, zero fun food. I wanted a little bit of everything.
That's kind of how Round Swamp does it too.
Yeah.
It always surprises me when I'm in there. I'm like, oh, I can get nachos or I can get like a kale salad.
I love Round Swamp.
Yeah, me too.
Like that is my jam.
Yeah.
I'd say it's pretty indulgent.
Okay. This is scaring me because I feel like sometimes I think it's not, but it is in a way.
They show their calorie count
Oh, they do?
on the salads.
I'm not looking.
They don't.
Maybe my husband's taking that sticker off.
You can cut that. I don't think they do.
We'll double check. Everybody can go through their Instagram feed. Sometimes you just know when you're on the beach and you're eating a salad.
Well, when
and it
you're
tastes
having
little
a
too
salad
good.
that tastes not like a
candy.
salad,
Yeah, candy salt.
you have to know that it's like a gazillion calories.
I know.
I mean, you saw this Pura Vida thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
How much was the wrap? Was how many calories? Like
But
1,600
I don't
calories.
know
or something?
how. I'm gonna be like real. I don't know how that's possible. Like I think about the size and the density of the. Like I remember once I was with my friends and we were at somebody's birthday party. We rented a house upstate and somebody brought the Trader Joe's cookie butter. And I was looking at the sugar per tablespoon and I kind of started geeking out and I was like, it literally cannot be that much sugar in a tablespoon. Like it can't, you'd have to melt it down over and over and concentrate it. And they were like, why are you,
We need to talk to a scientist.
let us like get stoned on a mountain and like eat the cookie butter. But that's sort of what the tuna sandwich, it was a tuna sandwich, right?
Yeah, like a tuna wrap.
I've never
I
been to
think.
Pura Vida. I don't really know what it's
It's
about.
a tuna sandwich.
Tuna is like surprisingly caloric, I guess. It's always like
It's just like
very
oil?
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, oil and mayonnaise, basically. Oil and mayonnaise sandwich. I don't like tuna. It's my one food I don't like.
That's surprising. All tuna?
I like fancy. I like a tuna burger, tuna steak.
Like
but-
the Odeon tuna burger?
Yeah, but I don't really love I like sushi.
Have you ever gotten like a really crazy blood panel done? Because I got one done recently and my doctor was like, it's a little concerning how high the mercury is. How much tuna do you eat? I said I probably have a bite and a half of tartar a week because like events. Like you you go to an event and there's always like tartar and she's like, that's too much.
You can't have a bite and a half a
Not
week?
every week.
Wow, doctor.
It's concerning.
no
It's a
fun.
neurotoxin.
Yeah, huh.
Yeah.
My blood work usually just tells me that I'm an unwell bitch.
Are you like, we need to, like, I've been texting Amanda Chantal Bacon because they just closed the last Moon Juice store. And did you ever go to Moon Juice?
Is that the same as the CPG brand?
Yes, but when you were a little baby or whatever, teenager, they had the stores, and the store in California was like a marker of culture. Like if you had that tote bag, it was like, okay, you're part of this subsect of Venice Beach, Santa Monica culture. And they had like they had these crystals and dusts, and Gwyneth went, and it was this very important part of California culture at the time. And they closed the last store today. And yes, she has the CPG brand. I'm sure that does much better than the store for many reasons, Erewhon being one of them. But I was texting her about the craziest messages that she's received in the wake of the store closing. And this will go in the newsletter, I guess, this week. So maybe by the time this podcast comes out, it'll be.
Surely.
But she said all these people were texting her about the babies they conceived after taking the Moon Juice sex test.
Really?
Which is crazy. Or not crazy. I mean, do your thing. But do you feel called to that corner of wellness at all? Like, or do you not really think about wellness? Because you keep saying that you are like, your blood's not good and you're spiraling, and I'm concerned because we need young business owners to stay around.
No, I'm fine. I mean, we are not a wellness brand.
No.
And I think some people have this misunderstanding of like Meadow Lane as a status symbol. And it's so far from that. Like gourmet grocers have been around for decades, and fine dining has been around forever. So the novelty and like the coverage in the press that this got was like so absurd because none of it's new.
Right. Like hearing like fake Erewhon must drive you crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, like we had a press day after Friends and Family Day, and they were like, you know, people are going to call this the Erewhon of New York. And I'm like, well, I thought they did that with Happier. I thought like it's not like a diss necessarily, because when someone pioneers a space, consumers naturally reference that pioneer.
The thing that they know, yeah.
Yeah, the thing that they know.
Have you ever been to Lifetime in the West Village? I ride really hard for a Lifetime.
I don't know if I've been there.
It's a crunchy health food store.
Okay.
Or maybe 2 crunchies. But bulk, oats, dates. It's good.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think you'd like it. I think it could just be exciting for you to walk through.
Yeah, I mean, anyone that goes to a Meadow Lane or a competitor, like they know that it's not like a dupe of any sort. There are dupes out there, but none of these aesthetically or from like a menu perspective like have any similarities.
Well, what's your relationship now to social media? Like, I feel like now that the thing happened and it's open and it's running and the team's in place and the customers love it, are you like, what's next? Or are you like, let's just keep making this better and better?
I'm still trying to work out kinks and get the house in order.
Yeah.
I want to be able to produce enough food to fulfill the demand that we're experiencing.
Do you do delivery or no?
We're not doing delivery. Our Uber Eats and DoorDash people are reaching out, and I'm like, guys,
just give me a minute. The house.
I will let you know when we're ready.
Yeah.
So we will enable that feature when we're ready. We will enable catering when we're ready. We'll enable private events when we're ready. And then we will start looking at expansion when we're ready.
Cool.
I was going to ask, how much of this is planned? Like, is it rage bait in a way? I feel like you're so internet savvy. Like, I see your TikToks, and I feel like part of this controversy must be like your grand plan. I guess you wouldn't say if it was.
It was not my grand plan. I had no intention of... Like, it has been the craziest 3 weeks of my life.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was
It's only
not
3 weeks.
intentional, but when I started to see what it was doing for business, what controversy was doing for business, I was like, okay, in no way am I going to incite this on my own volition. But to some degree, this needs to be studied.
Yeah.
Because every mistake, every controversial thing that you say, whether it has good intent or not, that can be extrapolated and turned upside down into a blender with fecal matter is good for business because it's more engagement.
Yeah.
Arc Digest ran Bethany Frankel's house in AD.
Mm.
Rage bait.
Yeah.
That is strategic behavior. Okay, I don't think they probably had higher viewership in decades.
Yeah.
That's a business decision. The New York Times wanting to pose a story with a headline about Meadow Lane. Does New York City need another luxury grocery store? That wasn't a story. If you read it top to bottom, there was no story. There was no linear thought. There was no
valid question, but I can I know the pieces.
But no function of necessity.
Yeah.
It's
I
supply.
need one in South Slope, Brooklyn.
We don't need a lot of things that are in New York.
No,
we
you
don't
need
need
a market
most things.
You
where-
don't need anything.
Yeah.
You need very few things for survival.
Yeah, we don't need podcasts.
Gourmet grocers are not one of them, but there's, supply and demand for things. So no, I did not do any of this intentionally. However, I did realize that it's good for business.
Yeah, there's a little lean in.
Lean in.
Yeah, it feels like you're leaning in a little bit with like there's lots of references to like you being canceled, like on your TikTok, and did you
Let's
have like a
get
little
canceled. We have a sign outside Meadow Lane that says I got canceled at Meadow Lane.
sign?
I feel like you have a hold though. Like you have a hold on it. You don't
Yeah.
like when I see the videos on TikTok, I'm like, he's good.
I mean, people like to come out of the woodwork to complain about anything. And you can either subscribe to victimhood or you can do something productive with your time.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to change the world being a keyboard warrior. You're not. And
Everyone hear that?
I'd hope that the answer was the opposite.
like even when I see like fans trying to fight with the demon trolls and the
Yeah.
basement dwellers, I'm like, don't engage. I
Yeah.
mean, you could engage. It's going to help me. Technically, it's more engagement. I get accused of deleting comments and blocking people. I would never. That's engagement. That's good for the business. That is good for my growth on a platform like TikTok.
Right.
It doesn't matter. The value, the intrinsic value of a comment, whether it's negative or positive, still is the same value as a positive comment.
Mm.
It's engagement and it's business.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like you have it under control.
I mean, listen, does it get to me at times? Yeah. When they start to say things like, how many times have I openly stated I've never voted for Trump? Not that it's anyone's business who I vote for, but the fact that I've said so many times and had to address it so many times that I have never voted for Donald Trump, but people still like to say I did.
Why do they think that? Just because you're rich, I guess?
I mean, like, it all started, they want something to hate me for.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like mainly Nepo baby allegations.
You can't help that.
You seem fine with it, or fine with.
Listen,
your place in the
we're
world.
dealt cards. How you play them is up to you.
Yeah.
Period.
Like, they're going to be mad if I'm doing drugs on my couch, doing nothing all day. They're going to be mad if I'm doing something interesting and people are gravitating towards it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I can't do anything about that. Like, I can't change what family I was born into.
Was it always going to be Meadow Lane? Or was there ever a point when you decided to open a gourmet grocer where you said, I'm either going to do this or one of these other three things? Or were you like, I'm going to get into the food space in New York City?
I had no idea what I wanted to do when I was in college. I was studying sociology, economics, finance.
Where'd you go?
NYU. Psych. I loved understanding consumer psychology.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what made me good at investing in consumer products.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't know. I thought I wanted to be a general contractor at one point. I had no idea. And then I just kind of like took one step and did that. And when that felt kind of fatigued, I took another step and it was scary, but it led me into the next direction. And maybe Meadow Lane leads me into the next direction. I don't know.
I think it is.
Maybe I open like an old school diner.
I would love that. We need more diners. There's
That is what New York needs, though. The New York Times really,
diners.
New York needs more.
Well, I would have
diners.
the waiters and waitresses on rollerblades, but I'd probably be sued.
Yeah, and like a bunch of puppies working there. I don't know if
Undoubtedly
that's
canceled.
legal. Yeah. Congrats on the A. You got an A from the health department, right?
Yeah, even my dad was like,
Pretty cool.
"Did you shut down?"
It tricked me at first, the video.
Friends of mine were like, "I'm so sorry. Like, you're gonna get through this." I'm like, "Wait, guys, I'm joking.
Yeah.
We obviously passed."
You're like, you really thought I'd quit after 3 weeks? You thought that
But another extreme example of building your brand in public, there's people that want to take you out.
Yeah.
There's people that have the time on their hands to call the health department and lodge a complaint and waste taxpayers' dollars by sending city employees to your store
Yeah.
to expedite a inspection and disrupt our operations because they have to look through everything and they have to like get behind us and it's tight corners down there only to get an A. It's like,
Do you have an idea who these people are? These people with the videos?
I have a suspect.
That's what we need the
I have a
bloodhound
guy.
for.
I have a guy you can talk to. He's really good. He'll hunt them down. He's really good.
I have a suspect and I think he's a huge fan actually.
That's the haters are always.
Oh, and he
obsessed
lives
with you.
very close by.
Oh, this is a little. You should talk to my guy after this. I'll connect you.
What would you do if you found out?
If
Better
he
to not-
found out
If you found out.
who it was,
Yeah.
nothing.
Ban them from the store.
I don't care. I don't have time. They have time.
Yeah. Should we play this game?
Yeah.
The game was to name the price of different groceries, like standard items. So we'll start with we're going to go off non-organic.
Where are you getting these prices from? A New York City Whole Foods?
Yeah. I feel like that's a good baseline. I didn't want to do Whole Foods, but it just seems like an easy baseline to understand. You want to play?
Yeah.
It's hard. So we're doing a dozen eggs, size large, not cage-free, none of the, just standard eggs at Whole Foods. A dozen eggs today.
$11.
Emily? This is the Whole Foods brand.
$8.99.
$5.99.
Oh,
They've gone down.
I've been buying the one with you open it and it has the little pamphlet. Here's our beautiful green pastures and these are all the chicks.
I mean,
that's what we have.
yeah.
I'm a sucker every time
That's what I like.
see one of those blue eggs. It's
Always
the most
this is
beautiful
my
thing I've ever seen.
newspaper.
Oh, people in Meadow Lane, they open the thing, they look at all the eggs. And
yeah.
blue one, gray one, pink one.
Oh, wow. You got the different colors.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Next is a gallon of milk, non-organic gallon of milk at Whole Foods, 365 brand.
$2.99.
$5.
$5. $4.59. Yeah. Banana.
One
One
banana,
banana.
or a
One
bunch?
banana. One banana. Like a normal size
70 cents.
banana. This is hard. I thought that it was going to be... I was playing it with Ryan earlier, and it was hard. I couldn't have guessed this, to be fair. It's around 25 cents, I guess.
One banana.
One banana.
70 cents. You're telling me it's 25?
That's what Ryan said.
65 cents.
No,
I
it's around
feel-
25 cents.
Oh, I blacked out. Sorry.
I feel like that's 7-Eleven pricing, which is interesting to me.
How much are the Lady Gaga Oreos?
I don't even know what that is.
They don't have that at Whole Foods.
They don't have it at Whole Foods. You have to buy it on eBay.
When did they come out?
They came out earlier this year, I think, or late last year.
Whoa. I thought her new album did well.
No one likes them.
Gotta get that Nabisco money.
They're $8, but it's $16 shipping.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
I want you to open a seasonal pop-up in Sag Harbor in one of these closed locations, like in the old Jack's location or something. But I don't know your hood and the Hamptons.
Pop-ups are a nightmare, and the Hamptons is a different beast.
I know.
Being able to sustain yourself in a seasonal environment is very challenging, and Round Swamp has pioneered that.
Do you have private label items? Is that the goal?
We make items in-house that are more shelf-stable, like plantain chips and kale chips, granolas, dog treats, that we can roll out and mass distribute if we want to when we're ready.
That's cool. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you could expand with.
Yeah,
Get
I mean,
more hands
Fresh
on
Direct
stuff.
wanted us to do a pop-up in their pop-up, or maybe it's their full retail storefront in Southampton last summer.
Where
But
was that?
on Main Street.
Oh.
And they had like a Jack's coffee in it. I don't know if I want to do the Hamptons. It's tough. And like finding labor for a seasonal business like that, Round Swamp can afford to close half the year. They have a humongous commissary kitchen on their farm. They are mass producing so much food amongst their like 4 or so locations. And not many people can do that. You see a lot of people in the Hamptons trying to replicate that model, and their price point is even higher.
What's like your top North Star goal for 2026? What are you like, I really, really, really fucking hope this happens?
I don't have a goal. I just want customer experience to be as good as it can be. And there's no metric that's going to make me happy. There's no number I want to hit.
There's no shopper. There's no person who would come in.
I would love for Martha Stewart to stop by. She almost did. But we were like, it was pre-opening and it was a mess. And like her hairstylist was like, it's too messy. I'm not going to bring her. So I'm sure she'll come by at some point. But we've had a lot of amazing people that have blown me away come in.
Cool.
There's no one in particular I'm like yearning for. It's not about like a goal for me. It's just like I want the house to be in order. And I want to have more work-life balance.
We all do, babe.
What is this house? Keeps being the house needs to be in order.
The House of Meadow Lane.
Yeah, I kind of like this.
It's like Game of Thrones, or
yes, actually, I might need to rewatch that tonight.
It's shout out time. Last night it was freezing. It was this snowy Sunday in New York, and I went to Raku with my husband, and I'd never been before because there's always that crazy line outside. And we went at 4 p.m. and we got to sit at that like communal table where you kind of you're sitting next to strangers and you're facing the person that you're eating with. But with the check, I'm noticing that, you know, when you eat at Superiority Burger, they give you that cookie, and
for VIPs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Sometimes they give you like a little candy, but they gave us 2 little frozen grapes.
So cute.
It was like a cute little. They were delicious.
Raku rocks.
Shout out Raku and the thoughtful little frozen grapes in a little tiny like quarter-shaped bowl.
So my shout out today is, this is funny, like only twice have I run into people in the wild. I mean, friends and stuff always say they like the podcast because they have to, but I ran into like 2 people I didn't know. And the first was I saw him at Roscioli. Her name was Maeve, and she said that she was a fan of the podcast. I was very proud. And then I went to Discovery Wines, and another woman said that she liked the pod, and her name was also Maeve. So today I'm going to shout out Maeve's, my 2 fans. The only people who listen to this podcast are named, only Maeve's listen to this pod.
I've never done a shout.
You can do it. You got it.
But I will shout out Francis, who is my absolute rock. And if you guys don't know, Francis was my executive assistant, now turned director of operations at Meadow Lane. And none of this would have been possible without her. And she's really holding it all together. And I'm forever grateful for her.
Francis!
Shout out Francis.
Shout out Francis. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Expense Account is a production of Feed Me in partnership with Public Sound and Substack. Our executive producers are Emily Sundberg, Jason Gauntlet, and Ryan Woodhall. Our associate producer is Cami Fateh. Our audio engineer is Luke Moldoff. Our video editor is Izzy Cross, and our graphic designer is Justin Sloan. Expense Account is recorded at WSA NYC. For more episodes, visit us at feedme.substack.com. See you next week.